Alright everybody, welcome back to some more of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. In the last episode, we got through almost all of the top floor. And in this episode, we are gonna do a few more things and then go to the boss of the top floor. During the time that I was recording, I'm actually doing this right now. It's about to be 9 p.m. here on the 15th, the day that the video is supposed to have gone up. But I decided to do a lot of soul grinding, yes. I decided to take the time and grind up souls that I haven't gotten earlier. And to get some new souls that I don't already have. Some like the axe armor and the peeping armor. Throws axes at enemies, I'll show those off in a bit. Identifies breakable walls, stuff like that. Like a whole bunch of souls that I haven't gotten already. Throws hand grenades. Throws katanas. What else did I get along the way? So I got like a bunch of them. The flea man, which I guess spawns a flea man, which hops around wildly. What else? I'm trying to remember. This guy raises constitution by 8. Ectoplasm, which makes you immune to curses, which is pretty sweet if I do say so myself. The Catobellus, or whatever it's called, which is a blue soul, which allows you to petrify enemies. Although the petrification doesn't work, it doesn't last. It's a pretty short petrification, which is a sad thing. But yeah, most of these souls, it took me like a couple of hours to grind. I mean, like total. It probably took me about like 3 hours to grind all the souls that I gotten so far. Some of them took like a few minutes. Some of them took a little bit. Also, other souls like this, the waiter skeletons, which slings hot curry at its foes. I'm just trying to show off all of them. And the creaking skull supports a battle from behind. A rather suggestive looking one, if you ask me. Also, the wooden golem, which is really good for MP. MP recovery rate is increased. It is like the rune ring. When you combine the rune ring and the wooden golem soul together, MP recovery is... yeah, the MP recovery is really good. You get a lot more MP. And most importantly, one of the souls that I really wanted to get, which was the Tsuchinoko, which allows you to buy goods at a cheaper price. Meaning that you'll get when you have this soul equipped, you can get a discount in Hammer's shop. A pretty good discount on most of the items, especially a certain item like the Soul Eater ring. Anyways, Personiphone, which allows enemies HP, absorbs enemies' HP with a magical item, which is like a vacuum. We'll see in a bit. The Lilith Soul, which increases intelligence by 8. Nemesis, cloaking shield that makes you invisible for your enemy's eyes. Let's see, what else have I gotten during my time? Ah, yes, Gremlin. This was the soul that I wanted to get the most. Luck is increased by 8. Which is that's double of what the ghost dancers can do. I wanted that soul for so long. Anyways, more souls. The giant worm, which when motionless, you recover HP. So basically, you have to stand still for it to work, which is a shame. The Allura Une is a much better version of this, and the Personiphone actually has like a vacuum which damages enemies and absorbs HP. The Man-Eater, which shoots a ripple laser, which I don't know, I've not seen yet. What else have I gotten? Big Golem, which punches enemies. Cognazo, which also punches enemies, but a little differently than the other one. The Magrigola, which kills enemy with its scream. That one took me quite some time to get as well. And one of the hardest souls to get in the game, the Skyfish. You need to get the Chrono Mage, and it only spawns in 2 areas in the underground reservoir. When praying, both luck and strength increase for a moment. This thing gives you an incredible strength and luck boost. I want to say you have to let it charge for like 6 seconds to get the full effect. You can charge it like for 3 seconds and get some sort of an in-between charge, but you get what I'm saying. The more you charge it, the more of an effect it gives you. And it's pretty good for grinding souls because it gives you a pretty good strength and luck increase. I want to say it doubles your strength. I don't know how much of a luck increase it gives you because it doesn't actually show you in the stats menu when you pause the game. And I believe that's it. That's all the souls that I gotten off camera. So I might as well show them off before we do a bit of backtracking. Like the Skyfish. About 6 seconds. You get like a really large charge right there. And yeah, you see like normal damage, you'll do like 296 to that one bat. And I'm just showing it off. Hopefully I can get a full charge with this much MP. I think it was barely. And look at that. Almost double of your attack right there. It only lasts for like a few seconds though. When you're done charging the skill, or you know, charging it with the R button, it'll last like for like about like 5 to 4 seconds, sadly, but you'll get that really large boost. Anyways, the Persona phone, which has like this weird vacuum right there, which is good for like healing and moving and damaging as well. Also zombie soldiers, which just throws this little puny grenade. It does some damage, but not a lot, which is a crying shame in my opinion. Axe armors, which throws this little axe, doesn't damage you, it'll actually go back as well. It'll actually stay for quite a while going backwards if you keep it on screen for a good amount of time as well. Durga, which throws like a giant katana. It doesn't do too much damage, but it's a good range item. Oh yes, rock armor. I also got rock armor, which throws a boulder. Yeah, self-explanatory. The Flea Man. It's just like spawns a little flea man that just lingers around for a bit. Waiter skeleton. This was the one I wanted to show off. The more silly souls of the game. Unfortunately, you can't eat it, so you can heal. It's actually an item to use as an attack. It doesn't heal you, which is a shame. You'd think it would, but it doesn't. Also got Harpy, which throws like these two feathers in front of you and behind you, which is pretty neat. Especially if they're like weak enemies you can like hit behind you. What am I missing? The Man-Eater. Shoot like these little mother brain style circles of death. Let's see, where is... Wow. The Mandragora is pretty costly MP wise. Better be decent at least. Let's check it out. Yeah, it is pretty decent. Wait, that is right? I think that might be wrong. It didn't drain as much. Let me see. My MP. Alright. Oh no, it's right. It does drain 100 per use. 110. That is pretty expensive though, but it's pretty effective apparently. Didn't think it was as effective as it was. What else? What else did I pick up? Flame Demon, already got that. Lightning Doll. Oh yeah, Nemesis. And the Kimura Demon. Oh, it actually makes it so they can't see you. That's actually pretty cool. So you can just like walk by enemies and they won't bother you. Komoda Demon. See how this one works. Huh. It gives you temporary invincibility like that. That's pretty cool. I think that's all the bullet souls that I've shown off. So I'm gonna put back my Valkyrie, which moved all the way down here. Alright, now we're gonna show off some blue souls. Big Golem, for instance. Whenever you press the attack button, it'll do an attack behind you, which is pretty cool. Except there's a bit of a delay. So like once your attack animation is done, the moment your attack animation is done, it'll actually attack. It doesn't do too much damage, and you just have to click the button once for it to stay. You don't have to hold it at the very least. But yeah, it's not that powerful. Anyways, the Catabellus just shoots like this beam, like this gas of petrifying gas. Anyways, this is a hilarious soul in my opinion. It's just like this punching guy, just like this random guy that's just punching. It's hilarious. Not that one. Let's see, other blue souls. Oh yes, the creaking skeleton. This is the soul that I want to show off. Oh god, this soul. This is the soul that probably gave the game a T rating. Look at that. It does decent damage. And it's like, well, you can see why it looks so suggestive. It's a giant dick bone arm thing. It's hilarious. And for the damage it does and the MP that it costs, it's actually pretty good. And I think that's all the blue souls that I've shown off so far. Yeah. Anyways, we're gonna put back the giant bat. And let's see, Gremlin. The left. These are all basically like little things, like stats basically. But the soul that I wanted to get for the longest time, way back at the beginning of the project, was the Peeping Eye. Even though the Peeping Eye doesn't have a high rare drop for its soul, it was for me a pain in the ass to get. It took me about almost 10 minutes just to get this one soul, and it shouldn't be that high of a rare drop as well. It's for early on, for people who are playing this game for the first time, it's a really good soul because it identifies breakable walls. So that means you can find like hidden walls much easier because it'll show like a blinking like little icon on where there are breakable walls. Anyways, if you hadn't noticed, I have 98.9% of the map complete. Apparently, I missed a few rooms in the game that had invisible walls. Or like hidden walls. And I'm actually going to go backtrack to get those. But I'm actually going to cut to each of the areas that there are. I'm not going to go through the whole... I'm not going to show you the whole process of getting them. I'm just going to get to the room and then get to the room. The hidden room. And then get the stuff that's in there. It's going to be like random rewards and stuff like that. But yeah. Anyways, I'm going to pause right now. And I'm going to go get to that first room. I'll be right back. Alright, here we are. First area that I wanted to get to was the dance hall. And if you notice, with the Peeping Eye, you'll actually the Peeping Eye will actually tell you where a secret wall is to break by that blinking little icon on the wall there. And there we go. Which has samurai armor, which probably isn't that very good by now. Oh, whoa. Controller. Well, actually, isn't that bad, but look, that defense downgrade though. Whoosh. Yeah, it's not really that worth it then. Oh, Minotaur Soul. Nice. Would have liked to have gotten that much early on. Alright, then, I'm gonna pause and cut the video and go to the next area. Let's go to the other area where the next hidden room is. Alright, here we are in the next area that we need to go to. We're actually back here in the underground reservoir in this section of the map. Anyways, here's another secret room that I missed. Which, sadly, just has some pudding in it. Yeah, all that for some pudding. Yeah. Oh, well, it's just another percent, or another 0.1% of the map completion. So there's that, at least. Anyways, the next area that we have to go to... let's see... Okay, I'm gonna actually have to remember where it is. Okay. Okay, I see where I have to go. I have 2 more places to go. So I will cut the video again, and I will see you at that next spot. Okay. We're back. Now we are in the clock tower. And here we are on the map. There's a secret room right here, but if you happen to notice, it is right near a pitfall of spikes. So you're probably wondering, how the hell are we supposed to get to that? Well, there are a few ways we can actually get to it. We could use, I believe, the... where is it? Medusa head to float there. But I think we'd better to use like a ranged skill in order to get, like, let's see, the Durga soul should be perfect. There we go. And now we can just fly over to the room. And here are two killer dolls holding the mistletoe. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Which isn't that very good. But it is a sword card from a sacred tree. This sword has holy damage. It has light elemental to it, so it does holy damage like the Kalam Solis. But it isn't as good, unfortunately. Oh, there's that weapon at the very least. Though, we got it. And then there should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's one. I know one more that I have to go to, but it's a bit of a ways away. But I will get there, and I will see you at that spot. One moment. Alright, this should be the last secret area that I haven't found. Checking a map guide and everything, which gives us the Gunir, which is a lightning confused spear, which is a pretty good lightning spear. Unfortunately, it's obviously not as good as the best weapon in the game, but it's close enough. So yeah, that's a pretty decently hidden area right there on that spot of the map. Alright, that should actually do for all these secret rooms in the game that I can think of. And all that's left is actually to get to the boss. Unfortunately, since this took a little bit of time, I was actually planning on fitting the boss in, but that would take way too long. Because there are two things that must be done with the boss that would require having to start over again. Also, this place is crawling with succubuses, which would have made getting them easier. Also, red minotaurs, which are weak to the killer mantle. Excuse me, beautiful succubus lady. Don't want you to hit me though. You'll actually just like, you have to, if she grabs you, you'll have to wiggle out of her grasp. Also, I need to get you, because I don't have your soul either. Sorry, beautiful lady. Don't mean to poke you with my sword. Alright, that should do then for today's episode of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. Tune in next time for when we shall actually take on the boss of the top floor. We've come quite a long ways to get here. And I might actually have to do some soul grinding off camera, because so far we have 78% of the souls, and we're still missing quite a bit. Some souls that are in the arena that I need to get, some in the floating gardens that I need to get, and the great armors. Can't remember where the great armor is, to be honest. And a few souls that we can get here in the top tower, so I'll actually have to get those off camera as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Until then, later folks.